Finally, The Rock is coming back to WWE, and by God, do they need him. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Good news for a change. You never really get good news when it comes to wrestling in 2024 because it absolutely sucks. But finally, there is some sunshine. There is a shining light, and that is that Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, arguably the biggest star in wrestling history, is coming back, and he's coming back a little bit sooner than we expected. At least that's what the reports are reporting. And for today's video, I'm on dailymail.co.uk. I thought it was interesting that we would use dailymail.co.uk because it's an actual news website. So this isn't a wrestling website, a wrestling news website. Daily Mail is like one of the biggest newspapers and one of the biggest forms of news in the UK. So the fact that they're reporting this, yes, I get it, newspapers can be full of shite sometimes, but the fact that they're reporting this, I would imagine they have a pretty concrete information, and they're saying that The Rock is set to return to WWE as plans are to be put in place for a huge clash at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. However, The Rock is expected back within the next couple of months. So we've just went into September. That would put us into November, and that would be in time for The Rock to come back at Survivor Series. Now, at Survivor Series, we are expecting, I believe, some sort of bloodline matchup. Will The Rock be involved in that, or is he just coming back to confront the winner or the loser or whatnot? There's speculations about what The Rock's going to do. What do I think could happen? Honestly, man, there's so many options. There's so many, fake blood Samoans that they could literally do anything. But at the end of the day, we only care about The Rock and Roman Reigns. So there's no point pretending that we want The Rock to team up with Solo, or we want The Rock to team up with Reigns to take on the team of Solo, because honestly, man, nobody cares. Let's just get straight down to it. The match that needs to happen is The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Now, how did they make that match happen? I mean, there's multiple ways. They could have The Rock team up with Roman Reigns for Survivor Series, for War Games, have The Rock turn on Roman, or they could have The Rock just team up with Solo Sikoa in the first place, or they could have The Rock come out maybe afterwards. Maybe Roman Reigns defeats Solo at War Games. He thinks he's now the tribal chief again, and he gets confronted by The Rock. I mean, there's loads of ways they could do this. They might still go with Rock versus Cody Rhodes, and they might save The Rock versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 42. But honestly, man, Cody Rhodes is so fucking boring. I just don't want to see The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. If we're going to get The Rock back, let's do something great with The Rock. And I think Roman Reigns versus The Rock is that match. I think that's the match that needs to be made. Honestly, don't care about Cody. Don't care about the title picture. I don't care what he wants to talk about, because I don't want to talk about him. He sucks. So yeah, Rock coming back, guys. He has been filming a biopic about MMA pioneer Mark Kerr, so I guess The Rock's been busy doing that, but the 52-year-old is expected to return to the squared circle, and it's going to be happening in 2024. Now, whether we actually see him wrestle in 2024 is another thing, but he is going to be back in 2024. So, yeah, looking forward to it, of course, and like I said, there's lots of things they could do with The Rock. I do think, sadly, they will go with the Cody Rhodes route. I mean, wrestling now is just so drawn out and so boring that Triple H he's probably looking at 2 WrestleManias ahead. He's probably thinking, right, what can we do for The Rock at WrestleMania 43? Maybe Mania 45 is when we finally get Rock Reigns. I mean, screw that, man. You need to put on your big matches while you can. I mean, there's no guarantee The Rock will want to come back for Mania 42. There's no guarantee that Roman Reigns will want to stick around for Mania 42 or Mania 43. This long-term, boring-ass bullshit booking that WWE fans pretend is great now, and it's so boring, and everything is so laid out. There's no point even watching the show, because we know, like, you go into 4 or 5 premium live events in a row knowing that the champion cannot lose. I mean, look at Cody Rhodes. How many times has the belt literally been in jeopardy since he won that at Mania? I would argue once. I think the only time he could have potentially lost it was against Solo Sikoa, and honestly, it was a very, very small percentage. I mean, that's the thing with WWE now. Back in the day, title changes could happen whenever. Every time somebody went into a match, more or less, like 90% of the time, you felt the belt could change hands. Nowadays, You don't. You know, you're lucky if they have maybe 2 title. Look at Roman Reigns. Yeah, people say it's a legendary title reign. How many times did you genuinely feel like the belt could actually leave the hands of Roman Reigns? Not very often. So, yeah, I think that's what we're doing with Cody Rhodes right now, and it's just boring. And to me, the match is The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Just make it. I don't care how you make it. I don't care who has to miss it. Fuck Cody. Fuck Solo. It's all about The Rock. And you know, the Rock's cousin, I guess. Roman Reigns, why not? Like, Roman Reigns carried SmackDown for 4 years. The Bloodline, whatever. I'll give him the rub of the green. He deserves that match with The Rock. Make it happen. But yeah, nobody cares about Cody. Nobody cares about Solo. And we all care about The Rock. We all want to see The Raw back. And we will be seeing The Raw back very, very soon. So, who knows? Will he work Survivor Series, Royal Rumble? We're going to have to wait and see. You know, we probably won't get him working any of those shows. Probably just get The Rock coming out maybe once a month, cutting a promo, doing a Rock concert, and then we have to wait until the match at Mania. That's probably what will happen, because like I said, you know, back in the day, I remember watching Raw, watching SmackDown, all the top guys. You were getting Rock matches, Austin matches all the time. Remember when Hulk Hogan came back, you know, he had Hulk Hogan wrestling on free TV. When do you get the big matches now? You don't. You fucking don't, man. Wrestling is so bad these days, and people defend it's crazy. I legitimately believe that if you think this is the best, you did not see the Attitude Era. Hell, you didn't see the Ruthless Aggression Era. I mean, even the PG Era was better than this, man. It was. It had its flaws, but I mean, overall, the PG Era was better than what we're getting today. I think this is the worst era I've ever seen. It's almost unwatchable. And I believe that, I know I am, and I know my brother is, we are here in Fog Wrestling. We're watching this out of some sort of strange loyalty to the past, because it was once great and we once loved it, and we continue to watch it because of that. Maybe similar to a sports team, where your sports team sucks, but you're a fan of them, so you've got to have their back. That's what it's almost like with wrestling. You know, we don't enjoy this shit, man. We think the shows are fucking terrible. But because we grew up in this, because we loved this, because it used to be great, and we want it to be great again, even though we know realistically it's not going to happen, you know, you've got some like sort of weird, twisted, you know, fucking, like, I don't know, force pulling you in to watch it, like out of some weird loyalty. I mean, wrestling will never, I don't think it'll ever be great again. You'll get the odd great moment, you'll get the odd great match, you'll get the odd great promo segment, whatever. But great consistently, nah, man. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Anyway, guys, I want to see The Rock. I want to see The Rock. Hopefully he comes back as soon as possible. And, you know, ideally he'd be wrestling every week, cutting promos every week, but we know that's not going to happen. If we get one match before Mania, we'll be very, very lucky. Anyway, that's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.